this video is to show you how to complete the Celtic heart, interlocking hearts. And this is a good warm-up exercise that we did in class and that you will have access to through this YouTube video. So the first thing that you want to do is you want to draw a triangle, all right? And this design should be relatively symmetrical. Now, when you're first practicing, you might not get there. I use my pencil as a measuring tool just to see if my lines are equal, all right? The next thing that I do is I fill this in just so much. Actually, I didn't mean to draw a bottom on there. See, even in my YouTube video, I make a mistake. It's okay, we make mistakes. That's what an eraser is for. So I do keep my eraser handy, my special one. All right, so what I've drawn for you is a triangle. And in your drawing, I want you to make sure that you draw very lightly. But for me, I'm gonna draw very dark because it is better for you to see on the screen, okay? Now, the next thing you're gonna do is you're gonna put a little dot right here in the middle. I'm gonna make mine a little larger for your video purposes. And what I wanna do is I wanna try and get this to curve. It's gonna look like an upside down heart and touch that dot, all right? I'm gonna come around and get close to the dot. I'm trying to keep this space even, all right? I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna come out, and it's a little tricky because I'm drawing upside down. I'm actually gonna start from the dot and work my way backwards so that it starts to look more like a heart. And what I've just created is a nice area of negative space. So, next thing I'm gonna do is from this dot, I'm going to draw a V coming up. So that's gonna make me need to eventually, here, have these lines touching. And this is our first piece of overlap. So the next thing I'm gonna do is make a V and a V, all right? And these are touching and now going to go underneath our first heart. So I'm gonna take this line and I'm gonna look with my pencil, not with my eye. Excuse me, I'm gonna look with my eye, not my pencil. Woo, okay, here we go. Like this, so that I'm not actually drawing there, I'm just kind of following along. I'm gonna do the same thing here, just a little bit. And this same curve is what you're going to create on this side. So I'm gonna create a little bit of negative space. So here's my negative space right here, all right? And then this is where things change. This is where I'm gonna draw this line coming down and down. Across, I went under, now I'm going over. So I can erase these lines, and if you draw nice and light, you should have an easy time of this. So now I'm gonna go symmetrically on the other side. So with my pencil, I lightly come across. With my pencil, I lightly come across. And now I'm gonna draw my curve, and I'm gonna make sure that the negative space is showing. And now I'm gonna cross over because I came from under, and then I'm gonna erase this spot, okay? And I'm not doing this terribly perfectly because of course I'm kind of drawing upside down. So you're going to leave this right down to the bottom here. And it's sneaking back underneath. So we went over, let me just touch this up. Over, under. Now, the last piece of the puzzle. We need that other V shape, okay? So with your pencil, kind of come down to here, make another little dot, and draw your line up. Draw your line down. This line's gonna come down, and this line's gonna come down, and voila. You have your, voila! You have your Celtic knot crisscross. So this is really important and helpful when you're drawing your dragon.